Yeah.
Okay.
Being delusional.
Same as men.
Yeah.
Like you're
Okay,
literally,
we're all
you just tried to argue with me that a woman's dating life is similar
Yeah.
difficulty to a man's, and it's just like not
bro,
true at all.
I'll tell you
You
why.
get the- you get the
wait,
sa- you
bro,
get the
hold on,
same
bro, hold
responses.
one
All right,
second.
go ahead. Tell
He
me
addressed
how.
me.
Go
Let me
ahead,
tell
tell
you
me how.
something. For example, okay, me, I single, I'm stepping out. Me, I decide to be open-minded and give men opportunities to speak to them. And what I find, hey, I beg.
Sorry. My bad.
Okay, and I'm telling you, for facts, in modern day, the same way you guys can complain about women is the same way we complain about men. For me, I actually find it very difficult to even speak to men. Not just because of what I look like, it's also because of the fact that a lot of the time men will be thinking, okay, she thinks like, she's comfortable. She's very much, established in herself. And they tend to challenge me for no reason. They're not even nice to me. So me, I'm not going to lie to you. The same way you complain about women, I complain about men. Yeah, it will be easier for me if I want to have sex with a man, but it will be much harder for me to be able to respect a man to a point where I will say, yeah, I would marry you. Oh, yeah, I would give you the opportunity to even get close to me that way. Because a lot of men are letting themselves down in what it even means to be a basic man.
So it's the guy's fault.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's the guy's fault. I'm talking from my perspective. The same way you guys can complain is the same way I complain. You guys find it difficult. I find it difficult.
But you're not refuting any of his points.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I'm just adding my point. I
Okay.
also find it difficult. So I don't
useless
think it's okay.
points. Useless
It's
points.
for you, but it's my experience. So I can
Let's
just
be objective
compare.
here. Let's be objective here. Let's do a little bit of accountability. You're 31 years old.
Yes.
You're a fairly masculine woman.
So you say.
You are.
Well, I don't know. A
absolutely
lot
are.
of people tell me I'm not. They say that it's dependent on the man. If you find me masculine, it's maybe you're not masculine enough. That's what they say. So I'm just saying.
You're not agreeable, right?
Not with you.
You're just not agreeable, which is a masculine trait. You pursued higher education. You work in the professional world.
I'm a teacher, so that's a feminine profession, really, isn't it?
Are you a teacher? You said that you counsel
Yes.
people.
Behavior management. I work with children. I help them.
Okay. Again,
actually.
you don't have children, right? And you don't have a man.
No.
Okay. So you're pursuing career.
No, I'm not pursuing a career. I'm just living my life because I have bills to pay.
Okay. Look, whether you want to accept it or not, right? And women get really
Don't I
mad
have
when I
bills
say
to
this. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have bills to pay
Yes.
means you have to step into your masculine
Yeah.
to work, to not be agreeable. I'm not trying to
all of
shit
us.
on you.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But working and pursuing higher education, etc., inevitably masculinizes you as a female.
Well, I believe that for me, higher education gave me the opportunity to be around men of value.
Let's go back to the
be in a
original
social
point that I was
setting.
trying to make here.
And it does add value to me. In Africa, women being educated is a good thing.
Okay, look, again, that's great. But all I'm simply trying to say here is because you're saying, oh, well, I can complain about men too, blah, 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 all this other stuff. You do understand that at 31 years old, being a fairly masculine woman and having a higher education, et cetera, actually hurts you when it comes to finding a man, right?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. What I'm doing right here is I'm talking to you, somebody that I don't necessarily agree with. But I don't surround myself with people like you. So the people that I am around that are more like the people that are my type, we don't need to disagree. In fact, I don't have this experience with other men. I only have it with men that come on this podcast. So really, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the problem. Maybe I'm looking at you guys and think that you probably just don't understand.
Okay, let me be
things. You're not my
objective
type of
about this.
people.
If you're 31 years old as a woman and you haven't been able to find a guy to take you seriously, that you actually
That's not
respect
why
and
I'm
admire.
single.
Hold on, stop. If you're not, if you're in your 30s and you haven't found a man that you love, admire, and respect, and that's going to take you serious and reciprocate, you failed as a female with the plethora of options that women have nowadays.
Well, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. For example, I'll quote this. Jordan B. Peterson said that the higher intellect or the higher IQ a woman has, the more likely it is for her to find it more difficult to find a partner because of hypergamy.
Name one study.
So,
Yes.
listen, I beg, shut up, man. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I am not an average woman. So that means that for me, it's much harder to find a man. So I'm not going to rush and be with just anybody that doesn't suit me because then we get together and it's going to be chaos. So I'm not going to be with a man that finds me masculine because he's too weak. Because a real man does not find me masculine. A real man thinks I'm actually cute.
real
and they
man.
make me feel and I actually sit down with them and I'm quite
it's interesting.
feminine.
Anytime, and I found this very interesting. Anytime a woman prefaces a statement with a real man, it's always followed with him lowering his standards or dealing with some fuckery.
Nah.
For example, you're saying a real man would be able to tolerate me, etc. Let me tell you something. I'm being very candid with you. I'm multimillionaire. A lot of my friends are multimillionaires, successful, etc. We don't fucking like women like you. No offense.
That's okay.
With all
I
due
like
respect.
men
Hold
like
on,
you.
stop. Let me finish. Because we don't want to go out and conquer the world and come back and deal with females like you. because you guys are annoying. Masculine women don't attract masculine men. If I wore heels on fucking Saturday, you would never accept me. So why is it appropriate for you to be arguing and be masculine? Because you are a masculine woman. Trust me, you can't hide that shit. You are.
Fine.
Okay?
I'm strong.
You are a masculine woman.
I'm a strong woman.
Fantastic, which means you're masculine.
Yeah,
that's fine. But masculine men want feminine women that don't argue with them, period.
Yeah. Okay, I
So-
argue with you
and
because
it's
you're not my
interesting
man.
to me.
If you
Hold
were
on,
my
stop,
man,
stop,
it'd
stop,
be
stop.
different.
And I
You're not
find
one
it
to me.
interesting
Abi?
how every single one of my successful friends think the same. And here's the other thing. You know what? Regular guys think the same too.
Okay.
You know what the difference is? We don't have to tolerate masculine women
Listen,
once you reach a certain
Then
level.
let me tell you something. Tell your average and successful men to leave me alone because they won't. That's it. Tell them to leave me alone.
What they don't want to commit to you then.
No,
You're
I don't want to
31.
commit to them because as much as they love me, I don't want them because they don't suit me. That's why I said I'm going to keep this whole relationship thing quiet because I don't want to break anybody's heart, but I don't want to confirm anything either. Keep it very ambiguous.
The man that you
because
want,
there's a lot of people that don't leave me alone.
the man that
Oh,
you
my
want
days.
doesn't want you back.
That's
what
not
this
true.
comes down to. Because
That's
if he
actually
did
not
want you back, you would be married right now.
That's not true.
Because you and I both know at 31 years old, as a female, not being married, you're an objective failure.
Not really.
Yes, you are.
That's down to you.
You're an objective failure.
Let me tell you, and this is the reason why I also don't believe in statistics because you are making an assumption.
I'm not using a statistic
Hey,
off
I
this.
beg. I haven't finished.
I'm not using
I
a
haven't
statistic
finished. I
off
haven't
of this.
finished. You're
I'm
using your
just
general
telling you.
perception of what you've met of people
I'm
to
telling
make
you.
a conclusion about me when you don't know me. I'm sitting in a podcast, fresh and fit podcast, as a woman. Of course, I'm going to speak to you like this because, as far as I'm concerned, this is a debate, and I know how to debate very well when I
You
want
actually
to.
don't.
Yeah, I do actually.
You've used
the
ad
only
hominems.
The only difference is that you guys are
Which
here
is a-
shouting, and every time I try to speak, you cut me off. That's it. Literally.
Because
I
you
don't
ramble on
No.
and you make arguments that don't have
Bro.
to do with the point
Bro,
and discussion.
the arguments are simply parallels to show you that your logic doesn't necessarily make sense. It's not a correct
Janova,
and
Janova.
exact science.
We were
because
talking
it's not.
about the term abuse being changed, and then you tried to link that to racism in prison.
No, I explained to you how terms
Janova,
within
Janova,
the legal
Janova,
within legal
Janova,
terms
Janova.
they change, they
And
evolve
then you
through
went
time.
back to racism. Like,
Justice and the legal system, they evolve through time. What was the law 10 years ago is not the same law now.
Name a
Everything
law.
evolves.
Name a law.
Everything evolves.
Name any
Even
law.
the way
Just one
people
law.
listen, the fact that we have policies for equality and
policy.
diversity tells you everything.
one.
The fact that we have
Name any policy.
listen, the fact that we have
okay,
anti-racist
let me
laws tells you everything.
let me
What
back up.
There's a lot.
Guys,
There's a lot.
guys. Look, the reason why I said if a woman's 30 plus and doesn't have a man and she's an objective, the reason why I say this is because we know that women derive pleasure, right, from family and children. And you kind of gave yourself away a second ago. You didn't say, "Oh, I'm not chasing a career. I'm just chasing happiness," right? Or "I'm just living my life,"
Yeah,
right? And working is a means to an end, right?
I have to pay bills.
Okay. But if you had the opportunity, you actually said this earlier. That's why I love writing things down. You would prefer a man to pay a majority of the bills if you could get it, right? Now you don't. So you're working just as a means to an end, which is cool. I accept that. That's actually why most women work as a means to an end. But if women had the opportunity, they would prefer to be with a man that they love, admire, and respect, that could take care of them. But that's not easy to find. And that's a minority of men that can actually provide that. So if a minority of men can actually provide, yes, that's a minority of men, because you would have had one by now if it was a majority. It's a minority.
No, that's not why I would also just have a man by now. There's also context to behind the scenes.
Okay,
so you don't know my story.
Okay,
That's what I'm
fantastic.
just saying.
Which makes it you even more selective.
Yeah, a little
Which
bit.
makes the man even rare. Which proves my point once again.
And also as well.
Like, yo, you do realize the more you talk, the more you hang yourself.
No, I'm not trying to harm myself. I'm just saying it's nothing.
when you
You're
when
picky
you,
as hell,
What-
but
It's
you're
not-
31 years old.
Listen,
Look,
I am picky.
why am I going to pick a girl that's 31 that's
Why am I
argumentative and
gonna
masculine?
pick you?
Stop.
you're the one to pick me.
Stop.
Ultimately, I'm
Stop.
the one that makes the decision. Correct?
I'm
For
not.
what you
I'm
said.
speaking generally here. I'm not talking about me, myself, as Myron Gaines. I'm saying, why would a man that's attractive, that's at the top of his game, get with a 31-year-old woman who's lost her value? No offense, because we value age and youth and beauty. Why would he get with an older woman? Would he get with a younger woman that's more attractive and in her prime?
There's many reasons.
But to be fair
Name
as well,
any.
to be fair,
I
when
would,
you
but only
when you described the kind of man that you wanted, it basically exactly described like what the archetypal high value man.
No, it
Which is
doesn't.
what he's talking about.
No,
Which is
it
what he's talking
doesn't.
about.
No,
so
it
so
doesn't.
the question stands: would that guy
That is not what
that
I
you
said.
described want to get?
One of the things I said first was, I don't give a damn if the guy's got money or not, as long as he's not an absolute idiot and he's able to want to build himself to a point where he can help me as the partner that he's meant to be when, for example, we have children, when things happen, when when life happens.
But we kind of
Simple.
go
need to
around in
have
circles a
stability.
bit with it, aren't we?
Simple.
Now?
I don't need a man to be rich. I need a man to give me stability and to make
Okay,
me wet when I
good
need it,
luck.
just by looking at me. Simple.
But
He doesn't need to talk.
Look, what you're demanding, you no longer qualify for.
Well, that's what you think.
It's the truth, and it's
But
been
it's not
proven
the
by
truth.
your. But it's been
Listen.
proven literally by what's going on right now. You're single.
Listen,
You're objectively proving
No.
it for me.
it's okay. The way you're trying to present it is as if I'm single because my value is lower and people not picking me. That is not the truth. I am single for many reasons that I don't need to go into right here because
But
they're
she's got
personal.
options,
But
she's
I've got a
saying.
million options. If I want to tomorrow, I will.
Wait a
Are
second.
they
you
real
don't want them.
options?
You
You
don't
don't
want
want
them,
them, so
though.
they're not real
They're not
options.
options.
No, they are options.
No,
No, they're not.
They are.
Because you don't want them.
You don't want
They
them.
are.
See, this is what I'm trying to say when
They
I say
are.
y'all are
They're not.
retarded, bro. Like,
They are.
dudes that you don't like or don't respect and don't want to be with are not fucking options.
No,
they're guys
that's
that give you
but that's
attention.
not what I said.
They're
That
guys,
doesn't mean that I
they're
don't
guys that give you
respect them.
attention that you don't like.
Bro, there's
Because if
men
you
that-
did, you would have been with them.
Listen, there's men that give me attention that I don't like. There
Yes.
are men that give me attention. I think, oh, you're okay. And there are men that give me attention. I think, actually, you're a great candidate.
Okay, it's a
And
no.
also,
Okay,
That's the
our
privilege of being a
standards have
woman.
gone higher.
Yeah, and you don't get with them, which means they're lacking
No,
in
I
something.
don't get with them because I'm not going to get with every guy that is supposedly good. So I have to take my time because I'm not loose.
But then you're not getting with any
Simple.
guy. But then
No,
how does that make
but
sense?
Then, but I've just told
And your
you,
value is rapidly
listen,
declining in the process.
I don't care. I don't care because I'm somebody that attracts a lot of people. If I attract a lot of people, I'm not going to pick the first one that comes to
Wow.
me.
How
Simple,
many people have
especially
you
if it's-
tried?
Listen, I don't need to try people because I'm not doing that.
Also, women's standards have gone really high as well. Just
My-
wanted to
my-
add to
listen,
that.
my
That's
standards
probably
have to
why
be
they're
high.
just not picking.
My standards have to be high, unfortunately, for a man, because if my standards are not high, I will destroy that man.
Your high
inadvertently.
standards. See, this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, you can't have these high standards no more. You're
Listen,
31.
I can.
You're 31,
I
bro.
can, actually. It's so funny
You're
because I can.
31.
It's
Like, yo, we need to bring
No,
women
no,
back.
you can't say that to
I
her.
actually
No.
can.
It's the truth. This is what, yo, hold on, stop.
choosing to be single.
Stop. Shut
I
the fuck up.
actually
Everybody
can.
shut up for 2 seconds. Because this is crazy. What if I said, yo, I play video games every day. I'm 300 pounds. I made $10,000 last year. I want a bad bitch. What would you guys say to me?
There's niggas that are doing that still.
Okay, but hold on.
She
hold on.
had one.
Hold on, but am I delusional? Am I a dumbass for thinking that? I am. That's delusional because I don't qualify for what I want. I'm a brokey. I'm fat. I'm a loser. And here's the thing. Reality is going to let me know ain't no bad bitch is going to want me. Okay? I got to get out there and become that guy to be attractive. Why is that women think I'm not going to change? I'm going to get older. I'm going to wait it out. And I still want a top tier guy to pick me. It's not happening, bro. It's not
Trust me.
happening.
Well,
If you're single at 31, chances are you're going to stay single past 31.
Listen.
And this is statistically proven
That's
too.
okay.
No,
That's okay. Listen, I know my truth.
they become side chicks at 35.
Yeah, like, bro, this crazy.
Don't worry.
It's crazy.
My reality, you've never met a woman like me. My reality is quite different.
I've
I'll
met
tell you
any
that
woman
much.
like you.
You
I
wish,
meet them all
girl.
the time.
You really wish. That's why
I
you
really
only know
do.
one thing,
I
Alva.
really do.
That's why I'm the person. I'm the only girl that comes here as often as I
will
do.
say
And
you are for as
Exactly.
crazy as you are
Listen,
on time. And
exactly.
I do appreciate
And it's not even that I'm on time. And I'll tell you something. You guys
Punctuality
talking
is masculine-
so much.
masculine trait.
Listen, as much as you're talking and saying all of this, you're the person that says the reason why you come here is because you don't complain. You come, you do. I don't complain. Me and you can have all
you do have. I'm not saying you have no.
Listen.
I'm not saying you have no positive qualities. I could list them right
listen,
now. You're on
you don't
top.
even know me, but I'm just
I know,
telling you,
okay,
you've seen two
shh,
sides.
I've known you for like a year. Okay,
bro. This girl.
Okay.
You're-
my middle
you're-
name?
Look, man.
So-
like,
Because I know your name is Hannah Pearl
okay.
Davies. What's mine? What's my surname even?
see, that's a masculine trait. Interjecting, not being agreeable.
We all did it.
Okay.
Including your best friend, Pearl.
But you the most by far.
Not really.
You and this
Okay,
other girl right here.
Yo, we're going in circles, man. Because you know
I
what I'm saying?
haven't
Yeah,
spoke
anything-
the whole night, so
Go on.